Rock and roll heartthrob Rick Springfield. Today on AM Northwest. Gourmet dining without leaving your home. We have a 5-star recipe you can whip up yourself.
Plus, still ahead, we'll talk to rock and roll heartthrob Rick Springfield.
That you picked for me.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Helen. Art a la carte on Alder. That looks like a neat place.
I can see you in that.
And they feed you. They offer you snacks.
Can't beat that.
Coming up next, he's sold over 18 million records during his 13-album career. Now, Rick Springfield's back with his first album in 10 years. He's going to tell us about it right after this.
K2,
Everybody, he just wanted to have Jesse's girl, but over the years, Rick Springfield got much more. Singer, actor, entertainer extraordinaire, Rick Springfield joins us.
Rick.
Looks like you're live in Las Vegas this morning. Hi, Rick.
Yes, I am.
Rick, what is that contraption you're sitting in? What is that?
It's a time machine. This is HUL's time machine. It's part of the show EFX Alive, and it's actually works.
Yeah, well, Rick,
Believe it or not.
what in the world have you been up to lately? We haven't seen you for a while.
I've been touring. I've been out on the road for about 2 years, and have a live CD that came out yesterday when the show premiered, called Greatest Hits Alive, and I've been working on that, and I've been getting ready for this show, rehearsing this show, and writing some music for it, and I've been very busy, actually.
I know a lot of your fans have been looking forward to that CD, so tell us what's on it, what's new about it, and what they can enjoy on the CD.
It's, I'd always wanted to do all the hits again the way we do them live, because there's so much more energy and it's so much more powerful. And so we did a couple of shows and put it out, and it's really, I'm very, very excited about it.
Super.
It really sounds great.
Yeah, it does sound great. Listen, you were one of those guys I've read who kind of had a guitar at an early age, and did you always want to be a rock star?
No, I think first thing I wanted to be was a tiger, then a fireman, then a DJ.
Yeah, keep going.
And then a musician.
Well, let's take you back to your General Hospital days, okay?
Why not?
That's I mean, some of the people in our audience just asked me to ask you about that. And do you miss doing the soap opera thing at all, Rick?
No, it was very tough. It's a very tough show to do for an actor, because it's all about line memorization. Unless you're really good at memorizing lines, for me, the whole thing, every time I do a scene, was just trying to juggle all the lines, and it's really hard to act when you're trying to do that, for me anyway. Yeah. It was a great experience, because it was, at the time I joined the show, at the time it became, you know, bigger than it had ever been. In fact, the #1 show now has, like, I think 2/3 of the audience General Hospital did, when it was, you know, back then in what, 81 or 80. It was on Time magazine, and everyone in college was watching it.
A lot of people probably don't remember that you started your career actually back in, what, early 70s, 73 approximately?
Started earlier than that in Australia.
Did you? And you had roles on Rockford Files, Battlestar.
Yeah, I did some acting on a lot of the Universal shows, like Rockford Files and Battlestar Galactica, and, you know, I heard Incredible Hulk recently. Someone brought that one up. I'd forgotten about that one.
How about that? Well, you know, a lot of people know you from Jesse's Girl. But what of all your songs meant the most to you? What's your favorite?
So far, probably the song I wrote about the death of my dad, which is called My Father's Chair, which we have a live in-studio version of that song on the CD, because I wanted to do something very special with it. And Derek, my keyboard player, and I went into the studio and did it live. And I was very happy with it, because I was never happy with the originally recorded version.
Right.
And my audience was so young when that song first came out, that a lot of them couldn't relate to it, because I hadn't lost a parent. And over the years, that song, more than anything I've written, has come back to me as far as a meaningful, healing thing.
Yeah. You took about a decade away from the public eye. What was your reason for that, Rick?
To raise my kids. To go quietly insane for a while. And I was heavy into the shrinks at that point.
Out of public
got in very deep Jungian therapy, and which was great for me. I was very happy that I took the time to do that.
Hey, you know, we're going to talk about your show in just a second, but I want to ask you about the kids for a second, because on our program today, we've been talking about couples who chose not to have children. An increasing number of couples are doing that, apparently. And we posed the question to our audience, if you had it to do all over again, would you have kids?
Absolutely. It's been the greatest, it was the greatest change in my life so far, because suddenly it became not all about me, it became about them, and I became second, which is a great place to be. You're not focusing on yourself. It's very un-ego driven. Yeah. And they're the first human beings that I would, without a moment's hesitation, give my life for. And that's incredibly powerful. And I couldn't imagine my life without my kids. And I think especially Annie, apart from the whole, you know, what it all means biologically, for creative, you know, for anyone who writes or anything like that, it's something you mustn't miss, because suddenly the world opens up. I mean, it kicked doors in me that I didn't even know were there.
Well
it was
said.
well put, absolutely. EFX Alive, that's the production he's in, starring Rick Springfield, MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas. The number to call for information, 1-800-929-1111. Rick, nice to talk to you. Now I got that song Jesse's Girl in my head. I just can't get rid of it.
That damn song.
Take care, Rick. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Thanks, Rick.
More to come on AM Northwest, including results of our telepoll after this. Stay with us.